Hi guys, so did you miss me? I have been gone for a week and the videos that I was posting on my main channel were ones that I pre-recorded for planner stuff. So I am back this week. Like I said, I went on vacation. So today I was thinking that I was gonna do a little get ready with me slash story time, and I'll tell you guys what happened on vacation and all that kind of stuff because I have so much to tell you. So if you're interested, keep watching. I love vlogs. I'm so excited that I started a vlogging channel. This is my second video. I love vlogs. When I get ready or when I do housework, I put on vlogs and I just listen to them. It's so soothing and relaxing. So I hope I do that for you guys as well. So right now I'm actually going to wash my face. This is gonna be the first time I've washed my face in a week, just because I guess with the salt water, I was just splashing water on my face or getting in the shower kind of thing, but I didn't actually bring my face wash stuff. So I'm all done and my face is a little bit broken out just because my hormones are completely imbalanced. I stopped taking my pills that I was taking that kept them balanced, so I'm trying to get back on a routine with that because I haven't been losing weight. My weight I've gained, but now I'm maintained. It's it won't shed the weight because if your hormones are imbalanced, it holds on to your fat. And it also produces more cortisol, which is fat in your stomach. So I jog, I watch what I eat, and I still will gain a pound, and sometimes I'll just kind of stay stagnant, if you will. So I'm dealing with that. I just picked up my puppy today because she stayed at my vet. They don't allow you to pick up during closed hours on the weekend. So I got home Saturday at 5 o'clock and I had to wait until this morning to pick her up, and I was so excited. I missed her so much. So she's just laying here. She's finally calmed down. Okay, so besides story time telling and getting ready with me, I need to do a couple things today. I'm going to film a decorate with me. I started coughing again. I noticed when I went to Florida, I coughed the first day or two, and I think it was because the air was so much cleaner that it was getting rid of my congestion, and then I was breathing great the rest of the week. And then as soon as I got back here, I'm sneezing, coughing. I'm seriously allergic to Dallas. I know for a fact I'm actually allergic to my dog, so it's kind of sad, but it is what it is. So I do want to go to Walmart because I've been pricing some ladders. Yeah, super exciting. Yay, ladders. But I really do need one because this house, the ceilings are so tall. So I'm going to get a ladder today, and then I'm going to go to Hobby Lobby and start getting stuff for my daughter's mom. I don't think that she's going to go with a date this year. I think she's just going to chill and go by herself. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on her mom just because I'm always a plan ahead person, and homecoming this year is in September, which is really bizarre. It's usually in October. But I don't know if I finished my thought. I'm gonna do a decorate with me where I'm setting up my fall stuff, so I'm really excited. But that's gonna be on my main channel. That's not gonna be in today's video or anything. All right, so let's talk about my vacation and what happened. I'm obviously a lot darker from my tan, but I guess I'll just kind of start at the beginning. I rode a little buddy ride with my brother and his wife, and the drive there was so scary because it was raining on I-20, and our original route was supposed to actually take us down to Baton Rouge. That's the way we always go, is down to Baton Rouge, New Orleans. But luckily I was on a local radio. I don't know where I was. Louisiana, obviously. I was in Louisiana on a local radio, and they were talking about a state of emergency. And then we stopped and looked at a map, and we're oh my gosh, it's flooding. So we changed our route and went through Mississippi. So, and I just can't believe that is happening to Louisiana. I feel feel so bad and praying for them, and that's just so sad. So, but even though we changed our route, we drove through like serious downpour, and it was so scary. At one point, my car was hydroplaning, and it was just like you couldn't see in front of you. No matter how fast the windshield wipers were going, I couldn't see anything. And we went through like 4 or 5 rounds of that on the first day. I was so stressed out. Oh, I was so stressed. And then, so usually like Baton Rouge is our stop, and we'll stay overnight and then continue the rest of the drive to Destin the second day. So this time we decided that we would do the majority of the drive in the first day and stop in Mobile. So that was really nice, because then we woke up the second day, it was like a 2-hour drive to Destin. But funny story, so we're in Mobile and we stop and we stay at the same hotel, and we decide, you know, let's go out to eat. Well, my brother's wife was like looking on Yelp or whatever for reviews. And she said that this Cowboys and Angels restaurant had the best reviews. So we're like, okay, let's go there. So here we are, my brother, his wife, me, my daughter, her best friend, little 15-year-olds, and we show up. It's a strip club. Now we get why the reviews were the best. Cowboys and Angels? How did we not see that? Cowboys and Angels, really? So that was really funny. So we went to a different restaurant, and then the next day, we went to Destin, and it was fantastic. The weather was beautiful the whole week, which we were kind of worried about because it kept saying that it was just gonna rain the whole time. So, but the weather was gorgeous. So my mom and dad were coming from Georgia, so their drive wasn't as long, and we always get there, and our tradition has always been that we stop at this restaurant called the Crab Trap. I don't know if anyone knows that restaurant, but that is where we always go. And so we stopped there and had some lunch, and we sat there for hours. It was just so beautiful, because our house wasn't going to be ready till like 4. So we just sat there forever watching the waves, just talking. It was wonderful. And then we went to Alvin's Island, and I don't know if you know what that is, but it's basically like a touristy shop, and they have so many of them in Destin. It's like one every quarter mile. It's insane. And we always go there every year. We always get like shirts, sweaters, and so we did that. And then the next day, we hit the beach. So this was our first full day in Destin. So we get up, what we always do is we get up super early, we load up the golf cart, we take our tents, we put our tents up, we put our chairs up, we have our music, all that stuff. And I brought a really good book. Remember my book reviews? Remember those videos? Well, I was reading my historical romances. So if you've seen my book reviews videos on my main channel, then you'll know that I love historical romances. So I'm sitting out there in the sun reading this book. I get lost in it, and I sunburn. And I don't just severe sunburn, I get severe sun poisoning. Never had sun poisoning in my life, and let me tell you, it was the worst pain I have ever been in a very long time. I mean, it was so intense that the next day, I thought I was gonna have to go to the hospital. I was shivering, I was shaking so bad, my teeth were chattering, I had a fever, I felt nauseated, I was so nauseous, I just was like, I wanted to throw up, but I couldn't. And my stomach hurt really bad. And I was in so much pain from my burn. And my burn wasn't even like a layout, because I wasn't trying to tan. I just sat in my chair, forgot about putting on sunblock, and the sun was like on this side and this side of my leg. You can't really see it on the side of my leg, but it was bad. And it lasted a full 3 days. So my vacation starts off where I have sun poisoning. And I spent the rest of my vacation in the shade because it takes anywhere between a week and 20 days to recover from sun poisoning. So I couldn't be in the sun at all. But there were times that I did get, like I'd go out in the water, but I had my hat on and I had massive sunblock on me at that point. But yeah, I was so sick. And the only thing that helped was ibuprofen. I can't believe the power of ibuprofen for sun poisoning, but because it wears off, so like in the middle of my sleep, once it wore off, it would wake me up. That's how bad the sun poisoning was. And I was reading that it was like very similar to flu-like symptoms, which I can totally understand. My whole body was aching. It hurt. My back hurt so bad. It was just, I'm not kidding you, because my head was still like, my head was fine, because the flu makes you feel all groggy and gross, but sun poisoning didn't really affect my head. And so I was very like coherent, and I had to like almost watch my body be in all of this pain, and I felt like very disconnected, my head from my body, and it was just like, it was awful. But yeah. So last year I had to change a tire, and this year I get sun poisoning, but I'll tell you, I will never tan again. Not ever. I will sunblock, I will stay in the shade. If I have to get in the sun, it will be to like be in the ocean and stuff like that. So yeah, that happened to me. And I was like, the whole time I started watching a TV show like on my phone. So I was always in my room because I was so sick. And everyone else was like at the beach and all this stuff, and there I am needing this vacation so badly, and there I am sick, taking care of myself. And I started in on a new TV show, and I started in on Heart of Dixie. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that show. I've never seen it, so I started watching that, and I really loved it. So I started in on that, and that really helped me kind of get through the pain. My gosh, my makeup is so much lighter than what I really am. I'm like peeling so bad, but it's like more difficult to see, but and I started blistering, like where you can see the water. My legs are really bad, like there's so much tightness around my knees. And so I was sitting there in my room at one point reading up on sun poisoning because I was like really worried. And it says that the UVA and UVB rays that you get from sun poisoning can alter your DNA. So I'm like sitting over here going, what does that mean? You know, like what? So I'm a little worried about that. So if I can advise anyone, build yourself up to the sun. If you're like me, I stay indoors a lot, so it's no surprise I went from like 0 to 100. So of course I got sun poisoning, but just, oh my God, take care of your skin. Take care of it, because I'm telling you, I will never tan again. And if I want to be tan, I'll go get a spray tan. So then, oh, that's not the end of my story. So once I started feeling better, my dad had rented like a kayak because he wants to go fishing, and so he gets his fishing license, stuff like that, and he'll go out for hours and fish and stuff. And he took my brother the first time. Apparently that didn't go well because my brother was seasick. So they came back immediately, and I felt so bad for my stepdad that I was like, okay, I'll go with you. And let me tell you, I don't know what was worse, sun poisoning or going out in the kayak with him. So our first attempt, so the day that, it was like the 4th day, so I was still sick, I woke up nauseous, but I was able to go longer without ibuprofen than normal. So the first day that he goes out on this kayak, and my brother comes back sick, I was like, I'll go with you. So we loaded up the kayak again, and we are taking off. So we decide that we're gonna get in the kayak and the shallow water and paddle out, except the waves were actually really big. So we went at a wave at an angle, which caused us to capsize. And so we were like, okay, we're done for the day. That obviously didn't work. So then in the back of my mind, because I knew how easy it was for that kayak to capsize, it like scared the bejesus out of me. And so 2 days later, because I had already promised I would go, we were going again, and I was so petrified. Never in my life have I been so scared. Until this day, I'm still like, I can't believe I did that. It was so scary going out when the water's like black beneath you. That's how much I love him, okay? Because I did not do any of that for me, okay? I do not want to get in the ocean. I love the ocean. I love seeing it. I love hearing it, but I don't actually want to be in it. You know what I'm saying? So, oh my God, it was so scary. It was the scariest thing I've ever done. And at first, I was like looking, in the water. So we paddle out really far. So far, you could barely see land. Not only that, but he had our kayak pointed in the horizon where all you saw was ocean. So that made it worse for starters. So the first thing I start doing is I'm like, okay, I can do this. You're gonna have to do this. You're already here. You're gonna be his fishing buddy. And so I'm looking down in the water to help him to look for bait fish. And cause you can see like 3 feet below you, but below that it's like all black. So, and then a little jellyfish rolls by and I'm like, okay, maybe I shouldn't look in the water, because I realized, I trust the ocean. I know what's in the ocean, things that are scary, things like the unknown. You know that there's sharks, and I thought, I know what the ocean's all about, but what I don't know and what I don't trust is me. I don't trust what my reaction is going to be if I see something scary. And all I kept thinking was, am I gonna freak out so bad that I capsize the kayak? So as soon as I saw this jellyfish roll by, I'm like, you know what? I'm just not even gonna look in the water. I'm gonna look straight ahead. I do love the glow that I get though from a sun-kissed face. So I'm trying to bring that glow back. I've actually been thinking about maybe trying a foundation, though I haven't worn a foundation in almost 6-7 years. And when I was wearing a foundation, it was like Bare Minerals, the powder. So I'm thinking I might try the L'Oreal Lumi, or maybe, is it L'Oreal? I don't even know. I just want something ultra light where I can't feel it on my skin. It doesn't feel cakey. So if anyone knows of a good light foundation, let me know. It doesn't have to be full coverage, but just something to kind of even out my skin tone. You know what I mean? So anyway, back to my story. So then I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna look in the water. I'm gonna focus on the horizon. And then that's when I realized that all I was doing was scanning the waters, and I was scanning the waters for a fin. So then at one point I'm like, okay, I can't look in the water. I can't look at the waves. What do I look at? I mean, the fear set in so fast and so quick. It was bad. And then there was a point where I saw something really creepy in the water. Like really creepy. And nothing that I've ever seen before even came close to describing what this thing was. It wasn't a shark. It wasn't a fish. It wasn't a sea turtle. It wasn't a stingray. And it sat on the water very calmly. And then it floated like this, and then eventually it sunk down, and I was like, maybe that was an octopus. Do octopuses come to the surface? It was a very odd color. It was almost like a yellow orange. It almost looked like a dead carcass at one point, and I thought, did a fish pull it down? But it went down so smoothly and normally. I thought that if it had been a shark bringing it down, you would see the thrashing. So it's still a mystery to both me and my dad. And when he went back the next day without me, so he went fishing again, I'm like, listen, I went with you once. That's all I got. That's all I got in me. And so he went back out and he said that he saw it again. And this time he admitted to me that it was weird, because when we were in the kayak, I was like, what is that? What is that? What is it? Take me back to land. I don't even want to know what it is actually, just take me back. And he was trying to keep me calm. You know, he was in the army, so even though he probably has fear too, he knows how to handle things. So he's a veteran, so he was trying to keep me calm. And he admitted though, when he went back, that he saw it again. He was like, I don't know what that was. And I'm like, yeah, exactly. That is kind of crazy that we saw something really bizarre and we don't know what that was. So if anyone has any ideas on what it possibly could be, I know I didn't give you a very good description, but it was like, and it wasn't the same shape. So I guess if I could compare it to something, it'd be an octopus, because it had like all different, I don't know. It was at a very far distance, so I can't say what it was, but it was scary. It was so scary. And then, so I'm like sitting there really afraid. I know how easily the kayak can tip. I've seen some mysterious sea monster. I don't want to look in the water. And so I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? And then he tells me, he's like, oh, look, dolphins. And at that point, I was like, are you sure? Are you sure that's a dolphin fin? Are you sure it's not a shark fin? Because again, I didn't trust my reaction. And I didn't want to look over and see fins and freak out and put us in trouble. So eventually, I never looked, but eventually it came into my sight, so I couldn't help but see it. But it was a dolphin. It was so pretty, and he was just like, it was so cute. So I love that I got to see a dolphin, and I don't know if it's true or not, but they say if a dolphin's around, that means sharks aren't around. Is that true? I hope it is, because that made me feel a little bit better. I need to finish up my makeup in here. I know it's not the best lighting, but I like doing my makeup kind of in the dark. So I've really been trying to practice my vision board. If you saw my vision board planner on my main channel, I'll link it down below for you, but I have really been trying to get into this vision board thing and change my life and find a way to achieve my goals and do what I love. That's the key to life, honestly. Like, the key to a good life is doing what you love. And so I'm trying to get there. So I've been implementing like this vision board thing. And the first thing that I wanted to map out was just something very obtainable, a really great goal, something that I can change right now, and that's my appearance. Because sometimes I get into my daytime pajamas, otherwise known as workout clothes, and I just throw on a hat and I don't care. And it's like, you know, I really have really cute clothes and really awesome makeup, and I just want to use those things. So that's why I'm kind of putting myself together today. My hair looks like a rat's nest, but oh well. So back to my story. So after the mysterious sea monster and the dolphins, we tried to catch a bait fish to fish with. We couldn't catch those. So we couldn't catch the fish that we needed to catch fish with. And so we were out there for a good 2 hours, I think, which was nerve-wracking. And then we paddled back in, and I was just so thankful to be alive. You don't even know. I mean, it was so scary that I'm still like trying to recoup from it. I'm telling you. It's the best it's gonna get. It is way better than earlier, I know that much. So here's my top. I got this at Kohl's like a really long time ago, like 4 or 5 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. And I'm wearing my black skinny jeans, which are my favorite. And then my strappy, sorry, I don't know how to do this, my strappy cute sandals that I got at Forever 21. I love these. And then my blue little earrings, I got these at Sam Moon's, so I love these. I have these like in a lot of different colors. Okay. So I've done my makeup. Oh, I need my eyeliner. That's what I'm missing. I think it's in my purse. So now I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do. Do I want to go ahead and go to Walmart? We also did something new this year on our vacation. We took family photos. So we were at the beach and we all decided to wear white, which looked beautiful up against the blue like sky and the ocean. It was amazing. We all had a great time. We took silly photos. So I'm really happy that we captured that. So that was a lot of fun. It was just such a great trip. And I'm feeling more renewed, and I'm feeling like I'm well rested, and you know, I'm just thankful that I had the opportunity to go on vacation, to pay for a vacation. So I'm really grateful for that. Grateful to spend time with my mom because she lives in Georgia, and ultimately, you know, she's my best friend. She's who I talk to like 5-6 times a day. So that was fun. But she is coming back for my daughter's 16th birthday in December, so that's exciting. I'm at the car wash. I can't sing. I know this, but I still try. You should really hear my rendition of Christina Aguilera, just in general. It's pretty good. My daughter hates it. It's almost time for Dollar Tree. Yes. Love the Dollar Tree. Someone sent me an email and asked me if Dollar Tree compensated me for my videos, and I was like, I wish. Can you imagine? But no. I don't think Dollar Tree does that, period. But if they did, sign me up. Alright, so I have already popped into Dollar Tree. I didn't take you guys with me just because there were a lot of people in there, but I did get some things, and then I ran to Target to get my daughter some notebooks that she needs for class, and then I popped into Michael's to get some mom stuff, and oh my god, it's so expensive. And I don't think I even have everything I need. I think I still need a ton more ribbon. But anyway, so I know this is really about like getting ready with me and my story time for my vacation, but I did have a really good vacation aside from my sun poisoning, which I'm still having the effects of. My legs are still a little tender to the touch. I'm peeling a lot. The kayak thing, if I could tell you the fear that I've never in my life have I experienced that kind of fear. Ever. I was petrified. So anyway, so next year, I'm not tanning, and I'm not getting on a kayak. And now I'm hungry. I was supposed to, again, go to Walmart to get that ladder. Didn't make it. By the time I get to the thought of Walmart, I'm like, oh my god, I'm exhausted. So I'm gonna go home, make some lunch, and then I'll probably film my decorate with me. And so that's it. I hope that you guys really liked this vlog. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. I hope that you're liking my vlogs. I am gonna try more to vlog in public and to remember. That's the other thing that I do, is I forget because I'm not used to like filming myself in those situations. Like when I know that I'm gonna do a shop with me video, then I remember, but so if it's not in like my mindset, I won't even remember. So I'm gonna try to do better and take you guys with me more so that you see more places instead of like my car and my house. So I'm gonna work on that, and this is my second vlog video, yay! And I actually have a lot of vlog footage that I've taken like in the past, so I'm gonna hopefully put together another vlog from that stuff later. So see you guys soon, and don't forget to check out my main channel. I'm gonna be doing a ton of DIYs. I cannot wait. So see you guys soon, and happy fall, bye!
It's really tasty too. I'm joining my Kylie lip gloss. Put your hands up in the air and wave them like you just don't care. What are the rest of the words? And a boop 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 and a aggressive. Be aggressive. Be. You don't have to change your voice again. It does it for you.
Crap. No,
Look at the honey dripping at the top.
it's just amazing.
I like doing that with my teeth. Sipping on gin and juice. Laid back with my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Ooh.
Okay, God,
We're at the ocean. What is he doing? You're blocking the ocean.
what's behind us? What is
You
that?
move.
What is